The Khyber Pass is a legendary geographic feature of the Indian subcontinent. Our trip across the Khyber started in Peshawar, Pakistan, and ended with our entry into Afghanistan at the border crossing at Torkham. The reconstructed ancient Kabuli Gate opened out from the Peshawar city walls onto the road that led to Kabul via the Khyber Pass. The traffic in Peshawar is very heavy, but the city has a new Peshawar bus rapid transit system known as Zoo Peshawar that runs east-west across the city in a dedicated 30-kilometer long corridor. The Khyber Pass, although barely 30 miles long and no wider than 30 feet in places, has played a major role in Asian history. The Khyber, since time immemorial, has served as the funnel of the rich caravan trade between India, Central Asia, and China. As well, the pass has long been an invasion route into India that has been used by the likes of the armies of Alexander the Great and the Mongol hordes of Genghis Khan. In the 19th century, the Kyber in India's northwest frontier became Britain's remotest and most vital security post in the defense of the Raj against the purported threat from Imperial Russia.
And the Khyber Pass, frontier garrison of the 3rd Foot and Mouth Regiment, otherwise known as the Devils in Skirts.
I was only trying to keep warm.
Oh, so you're cold, are you?
Very simple. The way the wind whistles at the pass.
With the reputation of being invincible in battle, they fearlessly carry on up the Kyber.
From the 19th century to the mid-20th century, the story of the Khyber Pass is dominated by the bloody British struggle to control the pass and the wild mountainous regions of India's legendary northwest frontier tribal areas, the only part of the empire the British never completely conquered, given the fiercely independent tribesmen. One result of the struggle is that the hills of the Khyber Pass are routinely capped with forts, both small and large, many of which are still manned, but now by Pakistani forces. During World War II, concrete dragon teeth anti-vehicle obstacles were erected on the valley floor due to the British fears of an invasion of India by the Axis powers through the Khyber Pass. The famous Kyber rifles were raised in the early 1880s from Afridi tribesmen. They had British commanders. Today the rifles are a paramilitary regiment that is part of the Pakistani Frontier Corps. They are tasked with defending the Pakistani border with Afghanistan and assisting law enforcement in the tribal districts adjacent to the border. The Khyber Pass was a heavily used route to bring supplies from Pakistan to Afghanistan for the US and NATO forces, so the traffic was frequently targeted for attack by the Taliban. At the peak of the American war in Afghanistan, some 5,000 trucks a month made their way from the Pakistani port city of Karachi through the Khyber Pass and onto the US and NATO logistical hubs in Afghanistan. The impressive Khyber Pass Railway was built by the British in the 1920s and operated until the 2006 monsoon rains washed away significant sections of the railway and the track was closed to all rail traffic. The Torkham border crossing at the end of the Khyber Pass is very busy, with trucks lined up for miles waiting to clear customs. At Torkham, we reached the former limit of British India, and now the post-partition limit of Pakistan. It took us 3 hours to check out of Pakistan, but only a half hour to clear into Afghanistan. While waiting to check out of Pakistan, we watched the chaos at the border, where Afghan kids were trying to enter Pakistan for a better life, while the Pakistani border force was trying to keep them from crossing the border. There was a throng of Afghans jostling to cross back into Afghanistan with their goods that they had purchased in Pakistan, while some kids were trying to sell food to waiting truckers. While they don't wear traditional military uniforms, the Taliban dress in a manner that makes them stand out from the average Afghan civilian, apart from the weapons that they carry. Once across the border into Afghanistan, we were taken to a building to await clearance by the Taliban immigration officials. The interesting features of the building were the bullet holes in the windows, walls, and floor. Obviously, it will take years for Afghanistan to recover from the damage caused during the 20 years of the American War. This trip across the Khyber Pass fulfilled a long-standing goal. If you enjoyed this film, please subscribe and like. There are many more similar films available on my channel.